For the first time, we see the amazing spider. Not the Spider-Man you know. This one is different. He's from another reality. He's basically Batman. A huge mansion, a secret cave, dark atmosphere. Everything Batman has, this spider has too.
Hiya, Doc. I'm here to fight megalomaniacal mad scientist supervillains with prehensile, titanium-coated artificial appendages. And chew bubblegum. 3 guesses what I'm all out of.
No, not you! Not now!
He shows up loud and bold. The crowd stares. They seem impressed. A newspaper editor screams orders. Front page, big headline, 3 exclamation marks. The amazing spider saves the city. Again. The amazing spider catches Dr. Otto Octavius, the supervillain.
Sorry, Otto. Some guys have all the luck, and at least for today, it looks like I'm one of them.
People cheer. It looks like a perfect life, a perfect hero. But it's all a lie. He's not even there. A few days earlier.
Are you kidding? You have a mansion? Take it easy, big fella. You need rest.
The amazing spider lives a double life. Corporate mogul by day. Multi-billion-dollar secret lab under the mansion by night. But he's injured. Someone helps him. Peter Parker, the Spider-Man from Earth 616.
Please, Parker. I can be back on my feet in another day or 2. I just need you to stand in until then. So the amazing spider has a presence in the city.
I'm just the stunt double, but who am I to resist a pretty face? Especially if it's my own.
This city, it needs the spider. I have a responsibility. It won't be for long, not with my accelerated healing. Then I'll do everything I can to help you and your friends get home. Do we have a deal?
It all started a whole reality away, on our Earth. Peter works in Horizon Labs. He talks like everything is great, feels like the perfect world. He says he left the hard life behind. No more J. Jonah Jameson breathing down his neck. No more scraping for photos that barely pay the bills. Horizon Labs is the best thing ever. Meanwhile, Deadpool plans a break-in.
Mission Control, I'm in. I had to wade through a quarter mile of raw sewage, scale an electrified fence, disable a laser tripwire security array, climb through 55 stories of ventilation ducts, and rappel down an elevator shaft. But I'm in, and with 55 seconds to spare.
His team yells at him. No walkie-talkies. He's already 55 minutes late. Supposed to meet at the east entrance. They bribed the night janitor to get in.
What can I say? You get what you pay for. And I seem to recall I was supposed to be paid in advance for this gig. I also seem to recall I spent the last 6 months piloting the Hindenburg with Eleanor Roosevelt and the cast of Fraggle Rock.
They reach a giant portal. White light blasts out of it. The boss says this job pays huge. The biggest payday Deadpool can imagine. Deadpool looks confused. Is it a pile of cash or some quantum-powered electrostatic pan-dimensional thing?
How did he know that?
How did I know that? The device uses brainwaves to tune to the frequency of a specific parallel universe and opens a slight, temporary bridge between our reality and theirs. It's still in the prototype stages, and even with all the combined brain power of Horizon Tech eggheads, it's not going to be perfected for decades. At least according to the schematics the janitor swiped for us. The feedback, you see, is fatal to the ordinary human brain.
I don't know, but he's right. But with your healing ability, Deadpool, and a brain that continually regenerates.
Before Wade can answer, one of the men tases him. The man orders Deadpool to focus. Find a world full of money. No heroes to stop them, just riches, wealth, valuable things. Then another man walks in. He's holding Bruce Banner at gunpoint. Says Banner was snooping around.
I wasn't snooping. I was working.
Horizon Labs called in Bruce Banner for a quick consult. Just a few hours after hours, low stress, few people around. They needed his help with the fissionable yield of technetium-99. But Bruce Banner doesn't do well under stress.
You said no witnesses, right, boss?
Seriously, you don't want to do this.
It happens fast. He can't hold it back. The Hulk bursts out. Green rage takes over. He calls his boss. Problem, big problem, and green. Before anyone can react, Peter Parker hears the commotion. He swings in. The Hulk has already shredded half the lab. The so-called ringleader screams about computer overload. Massive system failure. Wires melt. Deadpool's brain goes like popcorn in a pan. Then the power surges wildly. The lab's energy spirals out of control. A massive overload sucks them all in.
You see where this is headed, right?
Here.
But where's here?
Parker Technologies?
And why am I seeing double? What the heck?
They land in a strange alternate reality. Here, the amazing spider lives like Batman. Dark, brooding, dangerous, but injured, limping.
It makes sense as Spider-Man. Horizon Labs was experimenting with parallel realities, and it stands to reason the closest universe in sixth-dimensional space would be one having a similar, concurrent parallel event. Similar Deadpool. Similar Spidey. Similar thugs attempting a similar crime with a similar apparatus. No Hulk, though. That's curious.
Maybe we should work this out later. I think my me needs medical attention.
Peter doesn't waste time. He urges Spider to get patched up. Spider refuses hospitals, no doctors. He has his own medical tools back at the web. Peter blinks. Spider's web. It's his lair. Peter doesn't miss a beat. He suits up, takes the spider's costume. He's now the amazing spider in this world. The adventure kicks off immediately. Rhino appears, big, dumb, tough.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my old pal Rhino, who isn't really the Rhino I know, and who certainly isn't my old pal.
Huh? You making jokes now, Spider? What are you, some kind of comedian all of a sudden?
All of a sudden? I'll have you know, fella, I've been honing this shtick for years.
Peter snarks. This Spider-Man doesn't do witty banter. Peter pounds Rhino, knocks him down hard. Rhino begs off, gives up. Peter laughs. One safe punch and he's done. Rhino surprises him. He knows Peter's reputation. Took down Thanos, Annihilus, even faced Galactus. Rhino knows better than to mess with this spider.
Lock me away, officer. I'll go peacefully, I promise.
Seriously?
Peter goes to see Spider. Peter shakes his head. Nice place to visit, but no way he's staying. Spider apologizes. He's got his own life. Needs to heal. Peter presses for help. Doesn't this world have other heroes? Spider shakes his head. He handled everything alone. Thanos, Galactus, no one else. Peter realizes he's on his own now. Next stop, Spider's Empire. Parker Technologies. The assistant gives updates. Tony Stark at Stark Industries wants to buy their microwave terrain contour guidance system. A dinner date with Miss Watson is confirmed. Gwen Stacy's going to the symphony. Peter freezes at the name Gwen. The assistant goes on. Police just called about 2 superpowered criminals who escaped after last night's big demolition of the pan-dimensional translocator.
Deadpool, what happened?
They're not exactly sure.
Meanwhile, Deadpool and Deathwish run wild, causing chaos with the cops. Peter takes time to get up to speed on Parker Tech. This spider Peter's deep into interdimensional research. Not only that, he's been hunting info on other Spider-Men across realities. He starts to dig deeper, but he holds back. Uncle Ben comes first.
Hello, Peter.
Ben.
Or should I say, Spider-Man.
You know?
Of course I do. My Peter filled me in. He's back on his feet thanks to you. And with a little more help from you, soon he'll be 100%. Now come in. We've got a lot to talk about. Make yourself comfortable and let's get acquainted. May, dear, could you bring some tea?
Sorry, this is a lot to take in. The Ben Parker of my world is dead, shot and killed by a petty thief.
Ben stares at Peter. He remembers the bullet. The doctors said just a quarter inch to the left and he would have died instantly. But he didn't. He survived. Now he's determined to guide Peter, to help him use his new powers the right way. Peter asks if Ben trained the amazing spider. Ben says yes, every step of the way. Peter thinks the spider is lucky. Ben laughs. Luck has nothing to do with it. Life is what you make of it. Ben says power comes with responsibility. Peter smirks. Uncle Ben always mixes up his sayings. Aunt May brings tea, hesitant, uneasy. Ben tells Peter not to mind her. She loves Peter, but from a distance. She's never accepted his spider powers.
Ben? Which one do you think Peter will end up with? On this world, I mean. Gwen or Mary Jane?
Bah! Who cares? They're both money-grubbing tramps. Wasn't so rich, wasn't so popular, wasn't so powerful. Neither would give him the time of day.
Peter feels dizzy. The tea hits hard. He says this is too much. Then he asks another question. How is the amazing spider so powerful anyway?
Funny you should mention that. Both Peter and I are eager to share that information with you. And now that your tea has taken effect, we shall.
Before Peter can finish, he collapses.
Wake up. I believe you were promised an explanation.
Don't bother. I think I've figured it out. Why the amazing spider was so weakened after that feedback. Why Peter Parker had all that information on alternate Spider-Mans. I didn't end up here. I was brought here.
Ben and the spider hold Peter captive. Wires connect his body to spiders. Peter realizes their plan. They don't just want power. They want him, his body, his energy. He calls himself the special sauce in their secret recipe. Around them lie dead Spider-Men from other universes. Peter thinks it's insane. He's basically fighting himself. The spider says it's not murder, it's absorption. Ben warns Spider not to listen.
Is that why you put me back in costume? So you wouldn't have to look me in the eye? So you wouldn't have to face yourself?
I have a responsibility to stay strong. I've saved this world a dozen times over. Hundreds even.
Sure. At the expense of how many others?
That's not my problem.
Then Spider hits Peter hard. Peter falls. Wires tear. Ben shouts. Spider let Peter trick him. Ben says Spider is weak and needs to feed. Peter thinks that's ridiculous. Spider hits like a freight train, but Peter is free of restraints now. He can't let Spider hit him again. He shoots a web, tries to escape. He taunts the spider. Power only breeds more hunger. Peter realizes he can't beat Spider head-on, but vulnerable spots still exist. He kicks Spider in the head.
Is it worth it? Maybe this is what you were taught, how you were trained. But are you feeling it still? Heroic?
Don't listen to him. Finish him.
Shut up, Parker. You're just trying to confuse me.
No, Peter. I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to wake you up to who you are.
Finish him, Spider. Finish him. Or I will.
Ben grabs 2 electric wires, ready to kill Peter. Spider pushes him. The wire strikes Spider's chest instead. Spider jerks. Electricity pulses. Ben stares in regret. Spider dies in his arms. The next day, Peter knows exactly the guilt Ben will carry forever. He walks away from that broken man, leaves the perfect house, the underground lair. He tracks down Bruce Banner, gives him a job on a pan-dimensional machine. He buries himself in work, too afraid to face MJ or Gwen, afraid they'll be as twisted as Ben. He tells Banner everything about Spider and himself, as much as he can without revealing his identity. Banner says even if the machine works, and that's a big if, he's not going. For some reason, Banner can't turn into the Hulk in this world. Elsewhere, Deadpool laughs. He's having a pillow fight with his perfect suited self. Peter fights crime at night as the amazing Spider. Every time he puts on the suit, it tastes bitter. The big villains don't show up. Not yet. Maybe he can get used to this. Maybe not. He just doesn't want to.
I want to go home.
If you enjoyed the dark twists, brutal battles, and mind-bending multiverse chaos, hit that like button like it's a spider thwip. Smash subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next crazy adventure. Stay webbed in, because in the multiverse, the weird just keeps getting weirder. Thwip!